Coming up on Cedar Valley today, Wartburg College celebrates its annual Homecoming and Family Weekend. We look at what past and present Knights can expect.
Wartburg announces its annual Outfly theme, which will take students back in time.
Longtime Cedar Falls fire captain hangs up her helmet after years in the line of action. Now she plans to advocate for the teammates she left behind. This is Cedar Valley today. Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Josh Voigt.
And I'm Tyler French. This weekend is a special one for Wartburg College as many alums will return to campus to celebrate homecoming.
Cedar Valley Today's Sam Sides reports on what to watch out for this year's homecoming weekend.
It only comes once a year, and this weekend, Wartburg College homecoming is back. The festivities are just getting started, including the coronation of this year's homecoming king and queen. Being homecoming royalty is certainly an honor, but newly crowned King Cody Burley says the honor is his.
It's amazing. I'm extremely grateful for this and extremely humbled that my peers voted me in. I never imagined this would happen, and it's amazing.
The coronation happened at the very end of Castle Capers, which goes again tonight. Homecoming Queen Candace Baker says the variety show is only one of many things to be excited for.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I'm about a 10. Just super excited to just be a part of all the hype and also just being able to be a part of all the activities, especially the parade, which is I'm really excited about.
Overall, though, homecoming is about exactly that, coming home. Burley says the best part of the weekend for him has always been alums coming back to campus.
My favorite part about homecoming is just welcoming back all the alums and seeing people that I haven't seen in years, because this is the one chance that I see them.
Judging by its start, one thing is certain. This will be a weekend to remember. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Sam Sides.
Tomorrow's festivities begin at 8 a.m. with the night run/walk and go through the rest of the day. Sunday starts with an art exhibition opening at 9 a.m. A full list of activities can be found at wartburg.edu/homecoming.
Because we are expected to see some rain tomorrow, the Renaissance Fair will be held inside the W's Hall of Champions. Also, the Wartburg Parade route will be adjusted due to the Bremer Avenue construction. A full list of details is located on the Wartburg College Facebook page.
A local high school band will add another element to the Wartburg homecoming festivities. Practice and preparation are bringing the Waverly Shell Rock Go Hawks onto the home field of the Wartburg Knights for Saturday's game. The WSR High School Band performs its halftime show for Wartburg College's homecoming football game against Loris College this Saturday. The WSR Band's performance has become an annual tradition for Wartburg College and the Waverly community to enjoy. The band has been practicing an exciting Star Wars set to perform this year. The students and band director are excited to showcase their hard work to the Waverly community and Wartburg College this weekend.
Well, Waverly Shell Rock and Wartburg have such a really good relationship that to me, it's just something we do. And as long as I can remember, we've always been a part.
One group on Wartburg's campus that may not be always recognized, but they are definitely the loudest fans Wartburg has. With all the athletic teams that receive coverage at Wartburg, one that often gets overlooked at times is the cheerleading squad. I took the time this week to find out more on the group that devotes so much time to celebrating others. For a group that spends so much time and energy cheering on their classmates and friends, the Wartburg cheerleading team doesn't always get the credit and recognition it deserves. The team is led by coaches Lindsay Leonard and Tara Winter. Winter has been coaching at Wartburg for 14 years, and she says her favorite part of being able to coach this team is getting to see how the members grow during their time together.
The relationships that you gain with each individual, especially when they start as a freshman and then go all 4 years through their senior year, you really develop that friendship and relationship with each of them.
There are 28 members on this year's squad, and the team is now able to celebrate what Winter says is their favorite time of year, homecoming week. Every year they prepare a special routine just for homecoming, and there's always a little extra excitement for them, not just because of the athletic teams, but from the Wartburg supporters as well.
There is such a great following from Wartburg fans, be it the parents or community members, faculty and staff here. There's always so many Wartburg supporters there, so that just adds to the whole atmosphere.
JCK Whitinger is a senior on this year's team and has been a member of the squad all 4 years of college. She says the relationship she has built as a Wartburg cheerleader will last a lifetime.
I've made some of my best friends on this team, and being able to have each other's relationships after the season is going to be very rewarding.
While many people may not realize the strength, skill, and coordination cheerleading requires, one thing everyone knows is that this group of young women excels at help putting some pep in your step. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Tyler French. Make sure to catch both the cheerleading team and the Wartburg football team tomorrow. The Knights will take on the Loras Dewhawks at 1:30 p.m. in Walston Hoover Stadium for their homecoming game. The game can be watched on Night Vision.
This fall season, a freshman cornerback has been making waves for the Knights. Cedar Valley Today's Nathan Stephanie steps onto the field to see what Jojo McNair means to the Wartburg football team.
Number 15, Jojo McNair. A first year from Juliet, Illinois, is making a splash on the football team. He's second in tackles and interceptions, and he's enjoying playing for Wartburg.
I love it here, actually. The experience here, just everybody around, it's just like, feels like I'm at home, and I just love playing football here too.
Jojo has made an interception at every home game so far, and he's ready for Saturday.
Just come out and do me. I can't do nothing else besides my part of the team, and if I can just do myself, I'll be good to go.
Jojo and the Knights are ready for the Dewhawks. Wow. For Cedar Valley Today, I'm Nathan Stephanie.
Keep your eyes open on Saturday for Jojo and the rest of the Knights tomorrow. If you are unable to make it to Walston Hoover Stadium for homecoming, coverage of the game will be streamed on Night Vision.
The Cedar Falls Community School District now accepts cash, check, and credit cards for admission into volleyball and football games. Accepted credit cards are Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. The Cedar Falls Community School District hopes to offer credit card payment at more events in the future. And now, to take a look at your 4-day forecast, we'll go to Josh. Josh?
Well, having a look at your 4-day forecast, if you are coming out this weekend for homecoming, make sure that you bring an umbrella with you. Today we've got a high of 60 and a low of 50 with an 80% chance of rain. Tomorrow a high of 66 and a low of 41. Thunderstorms, 80% chance of that happening, so be sure you keep yourselves warm and dry. Sunday is a high of 54 and a low of 37, which is going to be slightly overcast. And then Monday the sun finally coming back out with a high of 64 and a low of 45. We'll be right back just after the short break.
Outfly is tradition here at Wartburg, and the theme this year has just been announced. Cedar Valley Today's Taylor Webb has more on this unusual college tradition.
Outfly is a day in the fall term, chosen by the student body president, when classes are canceled for the day and are moved to Friday. Each Outfly has a theme to it, and there are many ways in which to choose it. Naomi Elena, the student body president, sent out a survey to the student body last May term with some theme ideas. The top 2 theme ideas were Disney and decades. Another thing about Outfly is the planning of it.
And it's like a roller coaster. Like sometimes it's really fun, sometimes it's really stressful, but I do have like a lot of support from Outfly committee and the exec team, which has been very helpful. So I would say it's mostly fun. We are very busy right now, and we will be up until the day of Outfly, but it's something we all enjoy planning and doing. So.
Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Taylor Webb.
Wartburg students don't know when Outfly will happen, but what we do know is it's always tomorrow. Or at least that's how the saying goes.
A Cedar Falls fire captain is saying goodbye after many years in her position. More on that story just after this break.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words. Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you're beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. Our whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Thanks.
The Waverly Public Library and Cedar Falls Public Library will be hosting an author visit tomorrow. Michelle Hoover, author of the 2017 All Iowa Reads title Bottomland, will be giving a presentation at the Cedar Falls Library at 10 a.m. and the Waverly Public Library at 3 p.m. For more information, visit the Waverly Public Library and Cedar Falls Public Library Facebook page.
Cedar Falls fire captain and Wartburg College alum Sharon Reginald has announced her retirement from the department. Cedar Valley Today's Courtney Moser and Gabby Hankin have more on what is next after her retirement.
Sharon Reginald graduated from Wartburg College in the winter of 1985 with a degree in education.
After realizing education was not for her, she applied at the Cedar Falls Fire Station and was hired. While with the fire department, she particularly enjoyed teaching fire safety to schools and church groups. After a very rewarding 21 years, Reginald has decided to hang up her uniform for retirement.
I was very satisfied with my job. It's a job where you feel like you make a difference in the community you're working for. It was very satisfying. It was very rewarding. It was an awesome job. I worked with great people. I got to know great people. Everything about it, I enjoyed it. And I wasn't ready to retire. I wasn't ready to give up my career. But it got to a point where the city administration felt like they had to make some decisions on staffing issues. Those decisions affected us in a way that I felt weren't safe. They're trying to supplement with some public safety officers, so they're cross-training some police officers as firefighters. I think it's a great program. We've used them a lot to help us out. My concern is that we don't have firefighters jumping off the truck. We don't have enough firefighters that are at the scene initially, ready to go. Today, when we jump off the truck, we're missing a firefighter in one of the seats or missing firefighters in a couple of the seats.
Even after retirement, Reginald hopes to be an advocate for the people she considers her brothers at the fire station. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, I'm Courtney Moser.
And I'm Gabby Hankin.
Reginald hopes to enjoy her retirement while educating the community on the situation at hand.
Bunga Middle School and Poyner Elementary School in Waterloo are having a combined fall festival on Thursday, October 26th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at Bunga High School. Fun and free family activities include food, games, prizes, and a bounce house. Special recognition of school business partners will take place at 6:30 p.m.
Superheroes are creating massive buzz in the box office, and the Waterloo Public Library is getting on board. the public library is hosting a Wonder Woman screening party from 4 to 8:30 p.m. tonight. Kids ages 10 to 12 are invited to come celebrate girl power with activities such as archery, javelin throwing, and cupcake decorating before watching the movie. For more details and to register, go to the Waterloo Public Library Facebook page.
If you have an interest in art and genealogy, head over to the Waterloo Public Library tomorrow. Starting at 11:15 a.m., you can make your own three-dimensional family tree. Participants will create flowers out of family photos using a flower pot and tree branches. Visit the Waterloo Public Library Facebook page for more details. We'll be right back after a short break.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Now we take a look at what's trending in the Cedar Valley. Wartburg Alliance, in partnership with Transcend, will be hosting a public forum to give information to the public on transgender individuals and the transgender community. Anyone who is interested in learning more about the transgender community can come ask a panel of professionals on the issue in the Lyceum next Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Join the Wartburg Choir for their 80th anniversary celebration this weekend. They will be performing an afternoon of music at their annual homecoming concert. This year's concert will be special as there will be some alumni singing as well. Doors open at 3 p.m. and the concert begins at 3:30 p.m. If you can't make it, the event will be streamed right here on Night Vision. Wartburg Softball will be hosting its first annual Home Run Derby during Homecoming Saturday tomorrow. Participants can pay $10 for 10 balls or $1 per swing to hit off actual Wartburg pitchers. The event will take place at Lions Field from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Prizes for the event are sponsored by local Waverly businesses and the Wartburg store. And today at 12:30 p.m., Wartburg students will be gathering to yell "Wartburg Worth It" in the general direction of Luther College. It will take place on the main campus lawn and will go from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Food will not be provided, so if you're planning to attend, make sure to bring your own food or eat before or after the event. You may show up to yell and at any point during the hour, and noisemakers to show off Wartburg pride are encouraged. Now for a look at our hourly and 7-day forecast, we throw it to Josh.
Having a look at our hourly forecast for today, starting off early on, 54 at 9 a.m. That's what it's going to feel like. 12 moving on to 58. It's going to start raining around that time, around midday. 3 p.m. not going to be much better. Light rain continuing on to 6 p.m. 3 p.m. is going to feel like 58. 6 p.m. is going to feel like 54. So getting cooler as we move on. With 9 p.m., the rain is going to stop. It's still going to be overcast with a feel of 54. Now to look at our 7-day forecast. Once again, make sure you're bringing out your umbrellas this weekend and keeping yourselves warm. Friday, it's going to be raining with a high of 61 and a low of 50. Saturday, it's going to be storming. So make sure you're keeping yourselves warm tomorrow. A high of 66 and a low of 51. Sunday, it's going to be clearing up a little bit. Monday and Tuesday, finally going to be seeing some sun with highs of 64 and 69 respectively. Wednesday and Thursday, slightly overcast with highs of 70 and 67. We'll be right back with an interview just after this break.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Joining us now is 2017 Wartburg Journalism and Communication graduate and former Sir Victor, Danny Gordon. Thanks for joining us today, Danny.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tyler.
So Sir Victor is kind of the face of the college, serving as the mascot. What was it just like being able to have that experience during your time at Wartburg?
Yeah, I would say it was, simply put, it was fun. It was a fun experience getting to be someone that you're usually not and taking on a different personality altogether. It's fun getting to entertain people and put smiles on their faces, and I thought everything we did with Sir Victor was fun, and people taking selfies obviously is an added bonus of it.
So when you were first approached about becoming Sir Victor, what were your first thoughts, and when did you first take on the role?
Yeah, so the first time I was asked to do Sir Victor was actually the summer after my freshman year. I worked in the alumni office, and so Sir Victor is housed under the Alumni and Parent Relations Office, so I kind of got roped into it that way, and they were in a crunch where the normal person/people couldn't make it, so Tony Smith had asked me if I wanted to do it, and I went out on a whim and was like, yeah, let's do it, let's see what it's about, and so that's kind of how I got roped into it, and I guess it just progressed from there, and I kept getting asked, and pretty soon I was one of the regulars.
So when you serve as Sir Victor, you're not able to let people know it's you behind the mask. So what are some of the biggest challenges to keeping that big thing a secret?
A few things come to mind. One of the things, having long hair was definitely a challenge, and having red hair was obviously pretty recognizable. So finding a way to keep my hair in place during events was always a challenge, but honestly the hardest challenge was coming up with enough excuses to tell my friends of why I couldn't go to a certain event, why I couldn't interview people at Scholarship Day, just coming up with reasons why I couldn't be with them was always challenging, yet always somehow knowing what happened at those events. And so I always had to watch myself, and those are, I guess, some of the biggest challenges that presented.
Yeah. So you were pretty involved during your time at Wartburg as well. How did you find the time to balance your time as Sir Victor and your time as a student as well?
You just do it. I mean, it's kind of like anything else. You make time for what you want to do, and I have a hard time telling people no. So, there was no balance. You just make it work, and it is what it is. And it was always fun. There was the events that you got to do always outweighed probably whatever else I had going on.
So Sir Victor is obviously a fan favorite, especially among children. So what were some of the best interactions you had with families and the Wartburg fans?
Best interactions. I would say the best interactions for me happened during the summer events. So summer outflies with the alumni office, the state fair, the Waverly Heritage Day parades. Those were always fun because people loved seeing Sir Victor and loved getting back that feeling of being on campus and being a Wartburg night.
So outside of the interactions with the families and the fans, what were some of your favorite moments as your time as the Wartburg mascot?
Moments. In 3 years, you rack up a lot of moments. I think one thing that always comes to mind is a couple years ago at the Waverly Heritage Days parade, had to be fully dressed before you go because there's no place to dress while you're there. And so we had to dress here at school, and I got rolled into the back of a van, and I mean literally rolled because you can't bend in the costume. And I remember them rolling me back out, getting me on this hay rack, and I don't know if it's a best memory, but it's one that was memorable, and it was funny for everyone who knew it was me that was in there, and getting to progress forward with that was interesting to say the least.
Well, Sir Victor, a major part of the Wartburg homecoming experience. Thank you so much for joining us, Danny. We'll be right back after this short break.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words. Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you're beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. My whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Thanks.
Delivery giant DHL will begin testing self-driving trucks in 2018. The German company plans to equip some of its existing electric delivery vehicles with new self-driving equipment. It'll also experiment with self-driving delivery trucks that follow drivers down the street as they walk between deliveries. Workers wouldn't need to get back into the truck after dropping off packages. They would just take more packages from the rear of the truck. The company did not say how the truck will identify and accurately follow its delivery people. DHL's announcement is further proof of the intense interest in self-driving vehicles.
The Cedar Valley's top news stories today was Wartburg's homecoming and family weekend starting off today.
Wartburg will be out flying through the decades this fall.
And Cedar Falls fire captain and Wartburg alum is retiring.
Thank you for watching Cedar Valley today. Make sure that if you can come out this weekend to celebrate homecoming, that you keep yourselves warm and dry because it is going to be raining throughout.
And remember, the Renaissance Fair and Oktoberfest will both be in the W this weekend. And bring your umbrellas for the Wartburg football game, as it's expected to rain all afternoon. Make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for more Cedar Valley Today content. Have a great day and happy Wartburg homecoming, Cedar Valley.